the show, I didn't realize it was you. I started watching like, oh, that Jann Arden, because I remember buying your single back in high school. So that's really cool.
Yes.
Very, very great to see. So I'm curious though, how much of the show is actually based on your real life and how much is just comedy that you've added?
It's fiction. The show is fiction. It really doesn't have anything to do with my life. I think it's a pretty clever premise. I mean, I'm a singer-songwriter. The character is a singer-songwriter, and we're definitely using music from my catalog, but that's where the similarities end. It's just, I mean, I'm so relieved that I'm not her. My mother has passed away, but I have a mother in the show. I don't have a sister, but I have a sister in the show. TV Jann goes on a lot more dates than I do. I just live alone in the trees with my dog. So, but it's very farcical. And I think a lot of my storytelling and just things that I've relayed to the writers kind of abstractly, oh, we should do kind of a version of that, but change it into you getting paid in cheese or something like that. So, but yeah, a lot of people say, is that your house? I'm like, nope, it's not my house. It's just all sets and all fiction. But it's fun for people to try and piece together what's real, what's not real, what's going on here. I don't think we've seen too much of that in television.
No, I was going to say, otherwise I'm going to go on your social media and see how that stuff. That'd be crazy. So, how did like the idea come to be? Like, how did it go from your head to the TV?
Well, a gentleman named Andrew Barnsley, who's one of the producers of Schitt's Creek, came to me like 5 years ago, Canadian guy. He said, Jann, in a perfect world, if you were going to do a TV show, what would it be? And I'm like, honest to God, I don't know. So a year went by. And my manager, Bruce, said, you should really entertain thinking about, doing television. So my very good friend, Leah Gaucher, who's in reality TV, and she knows Andrew, long story, but it will make sense. She came to my place. We sat at my kitchen table for 2 days. And we kind of jammed out this idea of a singer-songwriter whose mother has dementia and, failing career, trying to find relevance. And so we had a pitch sheet and we took that to Andrew, and then CTV, one of the networks, the major networks here in Canada, gave us a bit of seed money to do kind of 2 scripts for the show. What would it look like? And here we are.
It worked out.
Yeah.
So my other question is, are we going to get to hear more of your own music as we go on? I mean, I know there was a couple, little things in the episodes because we saw the first 4. But is there going to be more of that?
I think there'll always be a little bit of music. I don't think it's ever going to be like full blown stuff because it is a 23-minute sitcom with commercials. So, to do a 3-minute song heavily cuts into your storytelling ability. So I think there'll always be little snippets. I think it keeps it interesting for people that certainly have followed my career for the last 30 years. But I think it makes the show interesting too, because, my character definitely is trying to kind of somehow crawl back to this place that she was. But I think it's a real lesson to all of us that somehow think that going back is better than going forward.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely very funny. So what was the hardest part for you, just in general?
Well, I mean, a lot of fear involved for sure, Jamie. I was just like, what the hell am I doing? I'm not an actor. I've not got a lot of training, but I think I just really relied on my experience being on a stage the last 35 years of my life and performing in front of people. I worked with a really great guy, Tom Carey, who helped me memorize 15 pages of dialogue every day. There's no way around it. There's nobody that can hold up signs. There's no microphone that someone's talking into with an earpiece. You have to learn it. And it's just repetition. And every actor does it differently. That was my biggest fear, was like, can I memorize this stuff?
It's a lot. At least it's only half an hour, right?
Yeah, thank God. But it's 15 pages a day. And we do something called block shooting. So on any given day, I could be taping pieces of 3 different episodes. So you're changing clothes and changing makeup and changing your hair and skipping around. It's never linear. Like, you don't start shooting at the beginning and end at the end.
Right.
I mean, sometimes I think the second season, one of the first scenes we shot was one of the last scenes we shot was at the very beginning of the season. So it's all crazy.
Amazing. Okay. And then quickly, can you talk a bit about working with Zoe as Max?
Zoe Palmer's a consummate professional. I mean, she's done a lot of dramatic roles. I mean, her stuff in Lost Girl and Dark Matter, the countless movies that she's done. You know, she's known as a dramatic actress, but she's extremely funny. She's really musical. She's so versatile, and there's just nothing she can't do. So I fought very hard for Zoe to have her on the show, and I was very determined to have her play my sister. And obviously she's quite a bit younger than me, but that's kind of the gag too, is that, you know, I'm just thrilled to have her on board, and she brings so much to the table. She's just a pro.
All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate talking to you.
Thank you,
and,
Jamie.
I'm waiting to see the rest. So
Yay. Thanks a lot.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.